it's Ian here. Welcome to another session in the Footsteps Festival in the Street Kitchen. This week we're doing cakes and bakes, but with a bit of a twist. I think you're going to like these. I love them. I think you're going to really like them and enjoy making them as well. So music's playing. You know me, I like to have my music playing, a Cookfulness playlist. What have I got on at the moment? Well, I think I've mentioned it before, but I'm a huge fan of Yola. She's sort of well known here, but massive in the States. She's from Bristol. She's just an astonishing artist. She does sort of, what would you call it? Blues, country, rock, everything. She's amazing. If you get a chance to listen to Yola, do. She's just great. You can just sit there and listen to her music for hours. It's just marvellous. It's great to cook to as well. Anyway, enough of that. So, breathing. Whew. It's tough, isn't it, at the moment? There's a lot going on, but the sun is shining and, you know, we have to make good as best we can in the world and keep a perspective that we can, a good balance. It is hard, isn't it? It makes you feel worse, which is tough. And I think you've just got to try and keep focused on things that will make you happy, like cooking, which is what I do. So I hope you're going to enjoy this. Just going to do a little bit of breathing because it is tough, and just to try and get yourself back into sort of cooking mode. Just to breathe and just relax a little bit. Try and just, for a little time, take yourself away to another world, the world of Cookfulness. Now, visualization, as you know, is something I do a lot. And one of the things, the weather's changing, the clocks are changing. Hopefully we'll be able to do a little bit of eating outside. So in my mind now I can see the table outside's all set. We're all around it. The birds are singing. You can hear them now. The birds are singing. We're happy. And we're all just sat there eating some food that I've made. Doesn't matter, it could be some sandwiches. But I'm there, and I did them, and I'm blooming proud of it. And you should be proud of everything. Whatever you do. Even if stuff gets burnt to a crisp, be so proud of the fact that you did it. You had a good old go. Have a little laugh. Do it again, see what happens. Cooking, for me, and I hope for you, gives you so much pleasure, so much fun, so much enjoyment, so much pride, passion, all these words that you think, I don't know whether I can get them back again when you're suffering. But it's okay, you can. You're still hurt, you're still in pain, you're still suffering, but this is great. This will give you some pleasure, I'll tell you. So what am I going to do? I'm doing cakes and bakes. I'm going to start off with a sort of blueberry lemony cheesecake, but not quite as you know it. So it's going to come in 3 parts, which is quite good because you can sort of do one bit, and then if you need to go off and do something else or just have a rest, that's fine. You can come back to the next bit. So I'm going to start with the base. Now this cheesecake does not have any pastry or any biscuits or anything like that. It's all low FODMAP. So the base is actually made up of walnuts and dates. I know. So I'm going to put in a cup of, just over a heaped cup of walnuts into the whizzaroo. And then, there goes Alfie, he's obviously bored of my talking already. These big whopping dates. 1, 2, 3. Let's go for a big one. 4. That's it. So, all I'm going to do is whiz these up. If I can get the lid on properly, would be a good thing. There we go. No, not quite. Oh my word. It's the first one. Now if you look in and it's still a bit crumbly, which that one is, put a few more dates in. Because dates are going to give you the sort of stickiness that we want. Ooh, ow. Okay, so you have a sort of crumble mixture, but you see that? It's like sticky. Now what I'm going to do is put that into the base of it's an 8-inch sort of cake tin. It's got just some paper, greaseproof paper, and you just literally press it all into the bottom, just like that. So with the magic of telly, I'm going to show you this, and when I come back, hopefully, this is going to go in the freezer for 10 minutes. When it comes out, I'll show you the next bit. Right, so this has been in for 10 minutes. Oh. And what I'm going to do now is make the next layer, again in the whizzer. So I've got here some cans of coconut milk. You've seen me use these before, but this is the full creamy one. Now I haven't shaken it because what I want is the cream from the top. So on the very top you get this beautiful cream, and then underneath you'll get the water. So I need two of those. Now underneath is this delicious coconut water. Do not, whatever you do, throw that away, because if you put that into some ice cube trays, you've got the most amazing coconut ice cubes for the summer. You could use the water as a dressing for a fruit salad. Just a little bit of caster sugar and lemon juice in there. Fab. So don't throw away that water, it's beautiful stuff. So in there, we've got the 2 things of coconut milk. Then I'm going to add some of my trusty favourite maple syrup, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Just for your sweetness, but it's good sweetness. Okay. And then I need the juice of 1 lime, but I'm also going to need the zest for later, so I'm going to keep it. Now I'm using this time around, so I don't want the fine zest for later. You'll see why. So I'm just literally going to pull it, and it's actually a bit easier than using a full-on zester. And I just want those long strands, and you'll see where they come in, hopefully, a little bit later on. So I'm going to keep those, and then all I need to do is just take the, oh, there goes my stick nearly. So there's juice of 1, juice of 2, in it goes. And then, last but by no means least, I've got some here, some cashew nuts. Now they're unsalted cashews. It's about 2/3 of a cup of cashews, and I've just had them soaking in water for about 5-10 minutes. Just helps to soften them up so you don't get the grittiness in there. So literally just scoop them out. In they go. 2/3 of a cup about. That's it. So on it goes. I'll get the lid on right this time. Give it a blast. And then just have a little tasty, check you're happy. Wow. Wow. So, literally all we do now is pour this on top of our base. It smells like a pina colada. If you like pina coladas, Get caught in the rain. Right. Just smooth it out as best you can. That, my friends, is the next layer. Now this goes in the freezer for another 10 minutes and I'll be back. Right, so the cheesecake is now out of the freezer. And I know you're saying, you said it was blueberry. There's no blueberries. I know, they're coming. I also said it was lemon and it's lime. So, 1 cup of fresh blueberries and 3 dates in the whizzer and give it a whirl. Looks like roadkill. Sorry. Anyway, oh gosh, try not to drop that into your own. So this is basically a beautiful little blueberry and date. Now, you want all the skins there as well. It adds to texture. Honest. So literally just, it's like a little jam really. Just dribble it on. Carefully, and then just push it, nudge it around. You don't want to sort of unsettle the. Oh gosh, this is good. Oh, I'm really proud of this. I tell you what, it's been a long time since I've made something so sort of pretty, really. So. On it goes. Get every last little bit you can of the blueberry nectar. And then this goes into the fridge now for as long as you can really, but a minimum of 4 hours. So this is what it looks like now. Hope you can see that. In 4 hours time, I shall bring it out and show you the last bit. It's well worth it, I promise. It's just brilliant. So I'll see you in a sec. Right, second dish we're going to make is a sort of jammy, strawberry, cakey thingy. So I've got an 8-inch tin. I've just lined with some paper loosely, a little bit of oil, and basically it's as simple as this. So I have sort of a heaped cup of chopped strawberries, nice and fresh. If they're on the turn a bit, it's good too because you want the flavour. So I'm going to tip all those into a bowl. And then here I'm actually using coconut sugar, but you don't have to. You can use normal granulated white sugar, but I'm using coconut because I just like the flavour and it's a little bit better for you. So in this here, I have 150 grams, about 2/3 of a cup of sugar. Now I'm just going to take 2 teaspoons of it to put it onto the strawberries, and I'm just going to give them a moosh with my potato mousher. I know it's masher, but I like to say moosh. Now all you're doing really is giving them a squash because you don't want them to turn them into a sort of squidgy jam. You just want enough that they're going to release their flavour and their juice. It doesn't take a lot because what the sugar does, it starts to draw out all the natural sweetness as well as all the. See what's happened already? It's amazing. So that, just keep that to one side. Then, separate bowl. The rest of the sugar goes in. I have almond milk, 120 mils of almond milk. If you want to use coconut milk, use coconut milk. It'd be absolutely lovely. And then I have, in this here, I have some butter that I've melted. It's unsalted butter. Yeah, 115 grams of unsalted butter goes in. And then just a tiny bit of salt, just a little bit. That's all you need. And then I'm just going to give them a whisk. I can't speak today. Give that a whisk up. Make sure all the butters combine nicely. Okay. And then into the same dish now, I'm going to put my flour. So I've got 130 grams of self-raising. It's gluten-free self-raising flour. It's harder to get gluten-free self-raising sometimes. You can pretty much easily get 130 grams of plain gluten-free flour. If that's the case, which is actually what happened with me, I've got 130 grams of plain gluten-free flour and I've added 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and that gives you the same effect. Just give it a good mix through, and in it goes. Okay, then an extra teaspoon of baking powder. So if you're using plain flour, that's 3. If you're using self-raising flour, 1. Otherwise it would go like, ba-doom. Don't want. And then half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. In she goes. Lost the lid, don't know where it's gone. Now I'm just going to give that a little whisk to combine it. And you're basically creating a sort of nice little batter. Now, just keep going until you've got it. You don't want to overwork it. You just want the flour to have all gone, all mixed in, and you'll end up with a beautiful. Now, if you're using white sugar, it won't look quite the same colour, so don't worry about that. And then put that into the tin with a spoon, so you can see this going in, hopefully. Beautiful strawberry batter. Strawberry batter? I'm losing the plot today. I don't know what I'm talking about. God knows what I'm making for you. Could be anything. So good luck with these. That's all I'm saying. I'm even using the spoon backwards. I don't know what is happening to me today. So just give it a little push to make it round to the edges. Now I've got the oven on at 180, so that's already underway. Right, strawberries. Now you don't want to drop them in, you just want to sprinkle them over the top. All the lovely juice that you've got sits on the top. It looks quite revolting at the moment, but I promise you it's going to be fantastic. So 180, 20 minutes, and it's fabulous. Obviously, just if you want to check, just make sure a little skewering comes out clean, you're ready. If it needs a couple of extra minutes, do it for an extra couple of minutes. But 20 minutes time, this, oh, it's going to be great. See you in a bit. Okay, here we go with the last one. It's a lemon strawberry mug cake. It's going to be made in this mug, which I found at the back of the cupboard. It's been a long time since my girls called me that, but hey, it's nice to have. If only you'd seen what happened before. I was making this, and then I managed to tip the egg all over the table and the sugar all over me and the floor. So that went well. So it just goes to show you it happens. My hands are not great. I'm dropping everything and everything's going flying. So let's try again, see what happens. Here we go. So microwave mug cake. These are brilliant for just for one, or you're actually having a little dinner party, lunch, do them in little things. Delicious, fabulous. So what have we got? I have some whisked egg here, just 1 egg. Now we're going to use 2 tablespoons of the egg, and some of it's falling out as well. So I'll just put a couple of those in. Come on, in you go. 2 tablespoons of egg, and don't waste that egg that's left. Now that's gone straight in to the mug. All right. So now I need my teaspoon. No, sorry, my tablespoon. Now in this bowl I have 2 tablespoons of coconut oil that's been melted. That's going to go straight in. And then here I have quarter of a cup of just white sugar. In that goes, give it a good mix up. Just give it all nice combined. Honestly, it does, when you're looking at this, you're going, really? But no, it does, it really is a fabulous little thing. You can hear the buzzer going to say that my jammy cake's going to be ready in a minute. So next up, the dry ingredients. So I need 5 tablespoons of gluten-free plain flour. 1, 2, 3, put more than 3 there. Take a bit off that one. 4. Come on, 5. And then got some xanthan gum, which you can get just pretty much everywhere now. Now it's not even a quarter of a teaspoon, this one, it's an eighth of a teaspoon, so it's half of a half, of a half of a half. And then same with baking powder, quarter of a teaspoon, because otherwise it will just go like Mount Etna and go, which we don't want. And a tiny, tiny bit of salt, that's all you need. And then stir like there is no tomorrow, just to get all the flour combined. That's all you want. Now, once that's all in, you're thinking, where's the lemon? Where's the strawberries? Well, they're here. So next up I've got 3 strawberries, just medium size. Just going to chop them into little bits. And there goes my buzzer to say that the cake's ready. It's going to buzz away now and annoy the heck out of me. So in that go, you literally drop them in. Ooh, it's on the floor, still going, see, hands are everywhere. And all you want to do is just push them down so you can't see them. Because if you put strawberries on the top, they'll just explode. Which, while it's quite amusing, it's not great when you've got to clean your... So shove them in. That now goes in the microwave for, depending on 2 to 3 minutes, probably just do 2.5 and you'll be fine. It shouldn't be exploding, but you want to make sure it looks cooked. So I'm going to put that in the microwave for 2.5 minutes and I'll come back and show you what happens next. Right, so here is microwave. Look at that, it's amazing. Smells great. Now, lemon, Mr. Lemon. Lemon, lemon. So what I'm going to do is the zest of 1 lemon. Do this while you're, you can actually do it, before, do it ahead, it's fine. This is like a little glaze. Now I can't take the credit for this recipe because I found this lady, I think she's in America, and she does cakes and bakes in mugs. They're just unbelievable. And they're nearly all low FODMAP as well. So remind me when we're talking about it and I'll give you her name because it's just does some amazing stuff. So in goes 1. Now I'm going to do the juice of 2 lemons and a quarter of a cup of ideally icing sugar. I'm using castor because it's all I've got. It should be okay. Be fine. So the juice of 2 lemons. If you're doing like what happens with me, all pips are going in, that's fine, we'll just hook them out. Another one, and then a bit more. And then we'll hook out the pips. We don't want them in there. 2, 8, and then give it a little stir around to get the sugar as dissolved as you can. Again, use less sugar if you're worried about it, but every now and again. And then all you do, pour that on the top, and just watch it sink. And as it sinks, it flavours, it drizzles, it does everything. So that is strawberry and lemon cake in a mug. Happy days. I'll be back to show you them all in a second. So here we go, 3 dishes. This is the jam sponge, fantastic. The lemon strawberry in a mug, and then the cheesecake. So it's not actually been in for 4 hours yet, but I've just got to show you what it looks like. And then to finish it off, I've got some fresh blueberries that I'm just going to sprinkle on the top, because why should you not? Just put them on, and then you remember right at the very beginning, I zested the lime. Here it goes, you just sprinkle it on. Just adds a lovely colour on the top. And this is the most wondrous, different cheesecake you will ever have. I promise you. Just take a little look at that for the moment. Once it's set properly, we can get it out, but isn't it great? So there you go. 3 cakes, 3 bakes, completely different, all low FODMAP, all reasonably good for you. Done. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much again for coming and watching. Can't wait for the questions. I love this bit. It's always the best when people start asking and checking and wondering and asking. It's brilliant. So no questions off limits. It's honestly no questions. It's stupid. Just ask them and we'll see what happens. So thank you so much again. It's an absolute joy bringing these to you. I love it. And hopefully be another one soon. So have a great day, everyone. I'll see you in a second for our questions. Otherwise, I'll see you soon. Thank you.